quite easy to get on with them. It's you know, it's fun. You don't feel like you're coming into work. You feel like you're having a bit of laugh, but as well as, you know, doing the business as well.
What I feel is, while working with Abid, I feel because he's he's so young at the same time and he's so successful in what he's been doing, it feels like you want to follow in his footpath as well. So when I see him working and build a company out of nothing, I feel like this is something that I want to progress in. So working for this company, I see what he's done and I want to do the same exact thing as him. I want to build myself the way that Abid has built himself as a person.
Great to see a clip from people who are talking very highly of someone who is an inspiration to them, not just to them, but to the whole community of who they work with. And it also gives us very great pride in this show today to introduce you to our special guest, Abid Rahman, who is from our Sunnamusk, and we'd like to introduce him and thank you for coming to our show. So, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And thank you for coming to our show.
It's a pleasure.
So let's find out what tips he has for our future generation to make them a success and to get some tips off him. So Abid Rahman, I'd like to ask you a few tips, what you have for our future generation.
Well, I think one of the important things is to have ambition. That's very important. We are very ambitious in what we do. And the other thing is to have passion in what you want to do. That's very, very important.
So some of your employees, they said that you are, basically they want to be like you. Right. You are their motivation.
That's a compliment.
So that is a very good compliment to be here. On your side of things, how would you say that is? How have you become that motivation to them?
I think it's more of being a friend and an inspiration to your staff. It's not about, you know, telling them what to do or giving them orders. It's about teaching them what to do and doing it in a way where it inspires them and it also motivates them, because end of the day, you know, sales is quite a tricky thing and you need a lot of motivation.
So what would you say, what kind of boss you are? Now, are you a very rigorous boss? Are you a kind boss?
Well, I'd like to think that I'm a fair boss.
Okay, fair in which way?
Actually, I would like to call myself a leader because, you know, bosses usually tell you to do things, but leaders usually drive a team and, you know, that's Absolutely. What we like to do. I think that I try and inspire my staff. You know, we're friendly, but at the same time, you know, they know where the mark is as well. So yeah, we have a good working relationship with the staff.
Fantastic.
Well, I do, yeah.
So, how did you start the business? What motivated you to start the business that you're in currently?
So actually, there's 5 brothers in this business. I'm the youngest out of the brothers. I have 4 older brothers. One of my elder brothers, the second brother, used to study in Cairo in Al-Azhar University, and he's a perfume fanatic. We all are, but he's more than us. So actually, he used to tell us, you know, there's a lot of good fragrances in Egypt, so why don't we try and, you know, set up a business in this country? So we basically started from there. He sent us, I think, a range of, it was 15 fragrances.
Wow.
A very small quantity. We actually started off with only a capital of £600. So
wow.
yeah, so he just sent that over to the UK, and we started selling it outside, you know, events and mosques and stuff like that, and that's where it really started.
So basically what we're trying to tell our viewers is obviously Abid Rahman has started from a very small quantity and today they've expanded immensely. Now obviously Abid will tell us as well, we will ask him regarding how many branches they've opened, and we'll go more in details in a moment regarding that. But when did this business start? When did this venture start between you guys?
So 2009 is when we started. Okay. We started doing, like, you know, stores and, you know, little pop-ups here and there. But actually, officially, we started in 2010. That's when we started off in Whitechapel Market. We had a market store there. We were there every day, and that worked out really well for us. And we sort of elevated from there. We went to Ilford Mall, and, you know, it's been great ever since.
Now, the question is, being on a store, on a market store, it's different types of terrains of rain, weather. It takes a lot of motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would say that our mother has been a very motivational factor for us. She used to, like, when my brother was setting up the stall in the mornings. Sometimes it can get really difficult, so she'd be like, no, you're not skipping a day, you're going. So she's helped in that way a lot. But yeah, it was very, very difficult because we started in summer and it was all, happy and all good until it came to winter and it started snowing. And that's when we thought, okay, this is getting very cold. And it got to the point where it got really cold and we went to start in Ilford Mall. So yeah, it was quite difficult.
So you're saying that your mother is a very huge inspiration to yourself.
Yeah.
And do you feel that your mother's giving you that inspiration for you to pass it on the way you treat your staff now, or the service that you give?
Yes, I think a lot of the skills that I have myself, I would say, is from my mother, such as negotiation. I remember from a very young age, she used to be the best negotiator I know. So certain things I learned of her, I picked up of her, even dealing with people, how to deal with employees and stuff like that. She's very inspirational in that sense. So yeah, I think I would say I learned a lot of things off my mother.
It's great to hear that someone in the family is an inspiration to Abid Rahman and to become his success today in what he does. Now, a little bit about your childhood, really. So, how was you as a child?
I come from a quite religious family. So, yes, I grew up going to Islamic school. And alhamdulillah, we I learned the Quran there and a lot about the religion. And yeah, I think from a young age I was really creative because I was a graphics designer myself. When I was young, the initial branding of Sunnamusk and everything, I did that at the age of, I think it was 12 or 13. So I think I was quite creative. Not to sound boastful, but I think I was quite creative from a quite young age. So yeah.
Now, would you say from a childhood you wanted to do business, or was it something that you saw your brothers do, or was it something you seen in the family? Who was it who motivated you?
I think, yes, I always had a interest in making money and being creative about it as well. So even when I was younger, I used to do small bits and bobs on eBay here and there. Try and make the quick pounds. So yeah, I think from a young age I had that interest to be in that space, in that business space. So yeah.
Fantastic. So Abid Rahman is not just someone who has an inspiration from a young age, but he brought it from doing little things here and there and to become who he is today. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at one of your clips from one of your stores again, and we're going to be right back with Abid Rahman in a second. So let's have a look at this clip. So as we could see, Abid Rahman's store in Whitechapel, am I correct, Abid? That was in Whitechapel?
Yeah, that was in Aldgate, Whitechapel, yes.
It's a phenomenal store. It's a very good store, obviously, as we saw through the clip. Very unique,
Thank you.
The decorations, the store. Tell me a little bit about it.
So actually, we like to take our inspiration from big brands. Like when in my free time, I walk around in like Selfridges and the high-end stores, and that's where we actually get our inspiration from. We wanted to basically have a modern, elegant look with old heritage as well. So we kind of mixed that together, and we've got an agency to come up with that concept. And I think it's proven to be really successful. But yes, the inspiration comes from many places.
So you're in the nicest way possible, taking everyone else's idea or
Well,
making them your own? Which one
Well,
is it?
to be honest, everyone takes inspirations, and you know that's how things come about.
Absolutely.
You take ideas, you develop it. You put in your own touch, your own creativity, and we do put our own creativity. Me personally, I try and add my own touches and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's quite a unique design.
I would totally agree with you. I think the store, I think our viewers will say as well, Abid Rahman's store is absolutely phenomenal. It's full of sparkles and it's very attractive from the front as well. And obviously, Abid, you've also got other stores as well. So tell us a little bit about the other stores.
So yeah, we have, at the moment, we have 4 stores in total.
Okay.
So the flagship store is in the Aldgate, the Whitechapel one.
Yep.
And then we have one in Westfield, Stratford City. We have one in West London, Southall. And we have one in the Mall Wood Green, that's in North London.
Okay, fantastic. Now, which one would you say your busiest branch is?
Well, sorry.
It's okay, now carry on. It's fine.
Yeah, our busiest one would be Westfield Stratford because, as you must know, Westfield Stratford is the highest footfall shopping centre in the United Kingdom. So it gets really busy, and that is the busiest store. And then it would be our Aldgate store, and then the newer ones. Our Southall one is the newest store. We opened that last year.
And how long have you guys been in Westfield?
So we've been in Westfield since the beginning of Westfield, actually, so 2011.
Wow.
And it's been a huge success. Actually, I would say thanks to Westfield, we've become a brand that we are today, because at the end of the day, being there, it's sort of a brand presence that, you can't replicate.
Absolutely. So you've got all these branches scattered all over London, Westfield especially, so you must be very successful in what you do. So tell me a little bit about what makes you successful. What is it that makes you very successful in what you do?
I think it's a number of things. It's not just one thing. But the main sort of 3 things that I would emphasize on is, 1, the actual products. When we go to our perfumers, we tell them that we don't care how much it costs, we want the highest quality of perfume. So we don't cut corners on the actual product. So we like to give the best product to our customers. That's the main thing. The second thing would be our customer service. I think our customer service is excellent, especially me when I sort of train my staff. I tell them that the customer has to be happy. That's the most important,
Absolutely,
one of the most important factors in the business. If the customer's not happy, then you ain't got no business. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is the presentation. So how you present yourself, how you brand yourself, how you design your stores, that sort of thing. That is absolutely crucial to our success.
So earlier on, I don't know if the viewers themselves actually noticed, but Abid actually has his own brand. Which is great to see.
Well, yeah, it smells great.
Tell us a little bit about the brand, the products that you sell.
So we have one, our latest fragrance, which is the Abid Amro, which is produced by ourselves. We do actually represent some other brands like Ajmal Al Haramain, but this is our own sort of creation. We worked on this a couple of years ago, and we used to sell it in an oil form, and it was a big success, and people were requesting it that they have it in an Eau de Parfum format. So we sort of created that for the customers, and yeah, it's been doing. We released it in March 2017, and ever since it's been doing really well. So we sell a range of products. We sell oil-based fragrances. We sell spray Eau de Parfums, and we also sell home fragrances. So the oil-based fragrances are basically what you call attar or ether, or whatever way you want to say it.
Yeah,
and that basically contains no alcohol, and it's in the pure form. That is actually a big portion of our business, and we also sell the other stuff, which is the Eau de Parfum and the home fragrance.
Oh, fantastic. So it's great to hear how successful Abid Rahman is, and what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go back to one of your stores and have a little quick look at the clip, if you can join us.
So we've built a good reputation based on our customer service, and then I think that builds a great foundation on making it successful. And then from then on, we've been able to produce, high quality products to sell as well.
Personally, what I think that makes Sunnamusk so successful is the way that we have branded ourselves. So for example, we've literally just focused on attar and perfumes, this minimizing the competition. So what we've done, we just focus on certain items. So we have our oil-based products that I import from Dubai, which is the highest quality, and we put it in certain bottles the customers are happy to buy with. Because we've done it a certain way, no one else can really copy our our set of business. So I think that's what makes our business really attractive and successful, is the way that we really planned it out and the way we've organised the business.
Abid Rahman's staff say he's a motivation, he's an inspiration. The service, the quality that he provides within his business is top class. Now, Abid, I would like to ask you, what is the secret behind your success?
I mean, like I said, again, it goes down to the products that we sell. We don't we try and give the best to the customers. Our customer service is, sort of the best. We try and give the customer the best level of customer service that they can get. We actually have a proper sales process that, when a customer comes in, we take them through a sort of process to find out what they want, what kind of smells they like, if it's woody, if it's fresh. So we don't sort of just try and sell the customer whatever we have. We try and find out what they like and what sort of smells that they would prefer, and then we sort of tailor the fragrance to them, so they can, for example, they can choose an oil, then they can choose the bottle that they want it in, the packaging they want it in. So it's like a sort of a bespoke service for the customer.
So we've spoken really a lot about your success, and it's great to hear that you guys do a top level of service. But every business has its difficulty. So Abid, tell me, what difficulties have you faced within your business till today?
I mean, as a small business starting up from a £600 capital, I mean, I would say the hardest thing was the fact that, we've had to expand over the years. It's been 7 years now, and, alhamdulillah, we've come to where we are now with 4 branches, and, we sort of, as a Muslim business, we don't want to take any bank loans and stuff like that. So that's a very difficult part of it, because at the end of the day, small businesses always have, sort of cash flow problems. And alhamdulillah, we've overcome these issues time and time again, and here we are.
Fantastic. So, as we can all see, Abid Rahman hasn't just been successful. Just like that, he has also faced a lot of difficult moments within the business, and as he has explained, he is as he goes along as well. Now, success, difficult, inspiration, motivational. Everything your staff has said pretty much, aren't you? So everything you explained, so it's great.
Well, again,
but what the main thing is now, for the viewers that are viewing right now, not just the current generation, but future generation, have you got any tips for them? Because you're so successful in what you say and how you do it. What would you say to them is the way forward?
I would say I would recommend any young person to start their own business, because at the end of the day, living in UK, living in London, there's so many opportunities, there's so many things that we can do, and I find it sad that sometimes the young people, they sort of working in a retail job, and they don't pursue it further. I would think that everyone should sort of start their own businesses and try and grow, because even some of my staff, they've left and they've gone away and started their own sort of ventures, and I'm happy for them.
Fantastic. And how would you, if someone wants to come into your business and your venture, how would you support them?
I mean, end of the day, as it's still a small business, they see how we operate, they see how we sort of do things, and I would like to sort of give them inspiration and teach them, certain things. Even, when staff have some questions about the business, we'd be happy to answer them and inspire them, and hopefully they can, sort of do things for their own as well.
So it's great to see that Abid Rahman has given us all an inspiration today. From a very young age, from a motivation from the mother, starting his way up to motivating his staff today, he has been phenomenally successful in what he does. But unfortunately, we've come to an end today. So Abid Rahman, thank you for coming to the show.
Pleasure.
And hopefully, inshallah, we'll see each other soon. And hopefully, I will bump into you in one of your stores, inshallah.
You need to come down.
That's it, absolutely, yeah. So to all of our viewers for watching today, thank you for watching. I hope to see you on the next show. Assalamu alaikum.